Hi, I'm Professor Elliot, and this weekend I'm going to Rendezvous. This is Adventure Club. Up early, here's a mess, less a mess, but we're moving. So, I'll admit, this is a little bit different for me because most trips I plan and pack a lot more for myself, but Christian, you've taken care of a lot of that for this trip. It's making me a little nervous.
Yeah?
Admittedly. Yeah, just a little bit.
I think this is right up your alley.
After I decided beaver would be on the menu for another episode of Fantastic Feasts, Christian Barrick, host of Chimichanga Superstar, decided that we can't just try it at home. We have to go out into the hills like the classic fur trappers of the Mountain Man era.
Meow.
Christian has regularly attended the Hart Canyon Rendezvous, a camping event dedicated to recreating the lifestyle of the original fur trappers' rendezvous, living with no modern advancement past the early 1800s. These people are serious about their camping and prefer not to see modern vehicles. So from here, we're going to have to carry our equipment in using handmade wooden carts. For this adventure, we stayed at the Macintosh camp with the always happy and self-proclaimed camp cook, Mac. Believe me, if you come by Mac's camp, you are always well fed. Of course, if we're going camping, we're going to need a place to sleep. Mac was kind enough to let us use one of his period-accurate canvas tents. Turns out, these are not as easy as today's pop-up tents. Fortunately, Mac was there to show us how real mountain men put up a tent. With camp set up, it was time for a proper rendezvous wardrobe change.
Day one of Rendezvous. You've been introduced to the family, you've been introduced to people, having some fun.
Getting to know kind of the idea of what's going on here a
Lay of
little
the
bit.
land.
Lay of the land. We got tents set up.
I liked how the moment he got the tent set up, he just jumped in like, this is dangerous for me.
I immediately informed Christian that this is going to be a new money hole for me. I'm enjoying this immensely. Every single aspect of this is
Rendezvous is life. This is a reset like no other. It's you're just getting
where
there.
we are. Look at this. This is gorgeous. It's beautiful out here.
So we're gonna get our grub on, and in true Rendezvous fashion, we're gonna eat a lot of food. Very much needed. And we're gonna drink a lot of alcohol.
Like the classic Rendezvous days of old.
Yep.
Alcohol is the way to go.
So Christian and I set out to enjoy the remaining hours of our first day of Rendezvous. As morning broke, we shook off the night's frost with warm coffee to hold us over until Matt could cook us up one of his filling breakfasts. While cooking over a fire is required, it can be uncomfortable, but it's not about cooking primitively, it's about cooking smart using tools of the era, such as a brazier.
Now say brazier just for me.
This is a portable cooking tool that, while it uses fire, makes cooking that much easier. You place firewood in the center, and the heat from the flames draw fresh air in through the sides. Because of this, the fire is continuously stoked. Having a tool like this means you can cook over a fire, but also on a table, no more strain by a fire pit. With our bellies more than satisfied, we left for Trader's Row to see the wares that were available. While a lot of people bring goods to trade and barter, I did not, so today, I'll be paying cash. From what I know, beads are very important historically.
Beads are one of the initial trade items for throughout the whole age of exploration. They were relatively lightweight, small and compact, and something that probably any non-industrialized society had never seen before. So it had
immediate interest and value.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So you come here and you sell beads here.
Yep.
Do you get them from any particular people, or is it?
The primary sources of beads are what is now known as the Czech Republic, which was Bohemia historically, part of the Prussian Empire. Italy.
I was here in Venice. Back in the day was
the
like
island
the big...
of Murano. Had a world monopoly on fine beads for several hundred years. The Chinese produced a certain amount of beads. The Dutch were the first to break the Italian cartel, and they set up limited glassworks in Amsterdam. India is also a major producer of beads, and has been for a long, long time, 5,000 years or so.
We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile, for they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our pathway while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten.
It wouldn't be an accurate portrayal of Rendezvous without furs for trade. One fur in particular stood out to me. Of course, it wouldn't be Rendezvous if I didn't consider getting a fur of my own. Moving on from Trader's Row, having collected a few Rendezvous trade goods, I wandered across a group in casual archery competition. Immediately, I wanted to know where I could get an archery set of my own.
We make our own stuff.
Okay,
a lot of the people that do this are into making their own stuff. Like this is a bow I made myself. It's made of a wood called Osage orange, which is very durable wood, and it's the wood to make a bow out of. Cool. And then the arrows, this is more of a primitive type arrow, but we use modern tips.
Modern tips with the...
And then modern nocks, yes.
This guy right here?
Right. So this is more of a primitive nock, where it's not a piece of plastic, but it's reinforced with some hardwood.
Okay.
And that's what that stripe is in there.
After these conversations, you can tell not only do these people know their history, they've experienced it. It became very apparent that the people here have been coming back for a while. With new, custom medallions sold every year, it was sometimes obvious when someone had been back often.
This year, I got mine.
While the sun fell behind the hills again, Christian and I ate a final hearty meal for the day before going to visit with other camps. We would surely need the calories, as there was one more Rendezvous tradition we had to experience.
You would be totally surprised how much alcohol was consumed during the Declaration of Independence. It would stagger your imagination. We're talking kegs of rum a day.
Hey, Professor. Professor. We're out of booze. Time to wake up.
Oh, man.
It was a good trip. I'm addicted. I'm coming back next year. 100%. It was an adventure.